Nutrition during gestation will have an impact on the kitten's vitality at birth, as well as on the ability for the queen to properly produce milk. And that's definitely an important aspect, not to overlook here, on which we need to properly coach our clients once again. And very often in our clinics, we'll assume that queens actually function the same way as bitches in this regard. Well, there's actually a big difference there. The difference actually has something to do with lactation. Bitches will indeed only rely on food intake to maintain their lactation, so to speak. While in queens, what they eat during this phase will never be quite enough. To properly sustain their lactation, queens need to make some reserve during gestation, which leads to a totally different feeding regimen. In queens, we will therefore increase the energy intake by plus 10% per week right after breeding. This way, the queen will be able to store this extra energy required to maintain her lactation later on. From a practical standpoint, it means switching the queen to a growth diet, like a ketone diet or a diet meant for gestation, right after breeding. And then we increase the amounts we distribute every week by plus 10%. This is very different from what we do in bitches, and definitely something we need to tell our clients in order, again, to optimize milk production. And speaking of milk, here as well, nutrition will be extremely important during lactation. Lactation, again, is, as I said, the most energy-demanding life stage. And textbooks often mention that there's a 2-3 times increase in energy expenditure at this time. So from a practical standpoint, during lactation, we recommend to free feed the queen with a growth diet. Yes, even in cat, we can free feed during lactation. It's actually the only time you will ever hear me say this, but this is the best approach in order to properly fuel milk production.